Imagine living in the United States for 34 years, following all the rules, paying taxes, and considering it your home. But one small mistake, and suddenly you are treated like an outsider. Well, that's exactly what happened to an Indian origin green card holder who was denied entry into the United States just because they lost their green card while traveling. The person, who had spent more than 3 decades legally living in the US, was expecting to return home without any issue. But instead, they were struck at the airport, treated like an illegal immigrant, and given no help from the authorities. When they arrived at the US airport, immigration officers refused to let them enter because they did not have their physical green card. Despite being a legal resident for so long, the officers did not accept any proof of identity. Instead of offering help, they detained them and made them wait for 10 long days just to get approval to return home. The only solution? Pay $575. That is approximately 48,000 rupees to get a new green card. And this was not a small amount. The situation quickly turned into a financial nightmare. While waiting, they had to spend over $1,000, that is approximately 83,000 rupees per day on hotels, food, and other expenses. Since they were not accepting this issue, the cost cut into their mortgage payment, making it even harder for them to manage their finances. In a country that they called home for 34 years, they received zero assistance from the government. Even their younger daughter, who was a US citizen, suffered due to this incident. One of the worst parts of the ordeal was how it affected their young daughter, who actually needed urgent medical care. The child had scoliosis, a serious spine problem, and was wearing braces to help with her condition. But shockingly, US authorities removed her brace and refused to give her any medicine while her parents were stuck in the system. The mother later shared her frustration on social media, writing, "No financial help, no assistance, even though my daughter is a US citizen. After 34 years, this is how they treat us." Now, the statement resonated with many people as it showed the cold and rigid immigration system in the US. Now, after this case went viral, many people reacted with anger and disappointment. Some even pointed out that even US citizens who lose their passports abroad face troubles, but for green card holders, the situation is even worse. Others criticized the outdated requirement for a physical green card, questioning why modern technology like face recognition and biometrics isn't being used to verify identity instantly. If banks, airports, and companies can confirm identities through digital means, why is the US government still pending on the small piece of plastic? This case is a huge warning for Indian immigrants in the US. The government is tightening its immigration rules, and even the smallest paperwork mistake can lead to major problems. Whether somebody who has lived in the US for 5 years or 50 years, without the right document, they can be stopped, detained, and even deported. This situation proves that even green card holders are not fully protected, and the system can be extremely harsh, even towards long-time law-abiding citizens. For Indians living in the US or planning to travel, this is a wake-up call. Make sure that your passport, visa, green card, and other documents are in order before traveling. Check if your green card is valid or it's expired or not. And if you lose it, apply for a replacement immediately. Also, be prepared for unexpected delays and expenses while traveling. The US is cracking down on illegal migration, and officials will take any opportunity to question or detain people over missing documents. This is not just about one person. It reflects a bigger problem in the US immigration system. The fact that a 34-year-old green card holder was treated this way shows that the system is broken. If this is how they are treating long-term law-abiding residents, what about new immigrants who are just starting their journey in the US? The situation raises an important question. Is the US really a safe and welcoming place for immigrants anymore? Let us know.